Hello, children. This is the continuation of your science chapter 11, Cell Structure and Microorganism, Part 2, Microorganism. What is microorganism? Organism which cannot be seen with our eyes and can only be observed. Here it is printed wrong, bird it is, actually it is and can only be observed under a microscope are called microorganism. Examples are amoeba, paramecium, etc. They are present all over around us in the air, water, soil, food seasons, garbage, as well as in the bodies of plants and animals, including humans. So these are so minute microorganisms, they are spread everywhere, which we cannot see. They are even present in the air. Some are solitary, that is, they live singly, means single, they are not together. Some microorganisms like the fungus that grow on bread or strands of algae in ponds are multicellular. These are multicellular. However, most microorganisms such as bacteria and viruses are unicellular. They are single cell, unicellular. They have a somewhat different cellular structure. They do not have the membrane bound organelles found in eukaryotic cells. The plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleoid are the only components. Such cells are called prokaryotic cell. Now we come to see in the picture. This is a microscope, and here in the right hand side on the slide, these are the, it might be virus, bacteria. Now what are microorganism? For that we'll perform one activity. Keep a moistened piece of bread in a closed box. This must have happened with you people also. If you have forgotten your tiffin to give to wash and some food particles must be there in the tiffin box, when you see after 1 or 2 days you open, you see like this fungus on that food item. Here we have taken bread. So after 3-4 days you see the bread becomes like this, white, that fungus. Now this, in this white part there are very minute microorganisms which we cannot see with our naked eyes. We can see only like white fungus, but this can be seen in the microscope. Then second activity, observe a drop of muddy water or the water which is stagnant in the puddle under the compound microscope. When we observe, we can see such thing in the compound microscope. Now third one is a drop of yogurt or buttermilk is taken on the glass side, and when we observe under the microscope, we can see such thing. Now next topic is nature of microorganism. Some microorganisms like fungus that grows on bread or strands of algae in pond are multicellular. However, most microorganisms such as bacteria and viruses are unicellular. They have somewhat different cellular structure. They do not have the membrane bound organelles found in eukaryotic cells. See, these are the different slides. They do not have the membrane bound organelles found in eukaryotic cells. The plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleoid are only components. Such cells are called prokaryotic cells. These are the different slides. Microorganisms. Just observe. Now, where do the microorganisms grow? Medium, they grow in soil, water, decaying matter, etc. At what temperature? 25 degree to 37 degree. Nutrition, how they get the nutrition? From specific nutrients, example algae, chlorophyll, oxygen. Then when they are found more, when the atmosphere is moist, humid, warm. This is in the hot water, then on ocean floor. Growth of microorganism. Each microorganism needs a specific environment for growth and reproduction. Many microbes need oxygen for their growth, whereas some microbes can grow without oxygen. Some microorganisms survive even in extreme and adverse conditions, like the ocean floor, then ice in polar region, then hot water springs, etc. During adverse conditions, microorganisms form a thick covering around themselves and stop their life processes. On return of favorable condition, they come out of the protective covering and continue their life processes. So when the climate is not favorable from them, they goes under a protective covering, and when it is favorable, they again come out. Now, useful microorganisms and harmful microorganisms. They are divided into two microorganisms. Ones are useful microorganisms and other are harmful microorganisms. Now, useful microorganisms. First, we will see useful microorganism. For that, we will do one activity. Take 2 earthen pots half filled with soil and mark them A and B. Mix some waste material like garden waste, dung, fruit peel, vegetable stalks, paper scraps, etc. with the soil in pot A. Now mix things like pieces of glass, scrap, metal, plastic bags, etc. with the soil in pot B. Keep both the pots at the same spot in the garden and observe them after 3 to 4 weeks. What you will observe? Yes, the pot in which all the vegetable stalks, fruits peel, that is pot A. In that, the whatever was put the material get decomposed. That means microbes present in soil dung, etc. decompose the garbage to obtain food material. The microorganisms which are present or which has grown after some week, they start eating it as they are dependent for the food. As a result, garbage is soon converted into manure of the best quality and our surroundings are kept clean. As in the case of garbage, for proper sewage disposal, 2 microbes are released into the sewage so as to help in the quick decomposition of the organic compound in it. You must have observed on the road or anywhere, if any spoiled things or dirty things are there, after some days they are that you cannot see it again because the microorganisms have eaten it, and they helps to keep the environment clean. Now, and this is the reason we have to make 2 dustbins. In one is dry waste and one is wet waste. So wet waste is being used for creating or making manure. As the microorganism grows in that, they can be used as a good manure. Now, useful microorganisms and fermentation. What does your mother do while preparing curd? Have you seen your mother making curd? What she does? She takes a few drops of yogurt or buttermilk they are mixed in the lukewarm milk, and it is kept at that temperature for 8 to 10 hours. Now what happened in that, microbes present in the drop of yogurt quickly multiplies. That one drop gets multiplies and that whole milk turns into yogurt, and the milk gets converted into yogurt. Microbes are then useful for producing milk products like butter, buttermilk, cheese, paneer, etc. Fermentation. The chemical process of conversion of one type of carbon compound into another type of carbon compound by the action of microorganism is called fermentation. Heat is generated in this process and carbon dioxide and some other gases are released. So when heat is being produced, carbon dioxide and some other gases are released. These gases cause an increase in volume. Example, bread dough and idli batter are seen to rise. You see, the idli batter when your mother keeps at night, it is less, but when you see in the morning, it has been risen. Sometimes it overflows from the vessel also. The process of fermentation is used for making yogurt from milk, producing alcohol from grains and fruits, bread from flour, as well as in the production of acetic, citric acid, lactic acid, vitamins, antibiotics, etc. Sometimes when you are ill, the doctor prescribes capsule or injection of medicines like penicillin. These types of medicine destroys the pathogens. Pathogens are the organism which causes diseases and retard their growth, and their growth is been stagnant because of that medicine. They are called antibiotics. Antibiotics are produced with the help of specific microbes. Diseases like tuberculosis, typhoid, cholera, etc., which were previously considered incurable. There was no medicine to cure these diseases. Have now come in control, but now we can control these diseases because of antibiotics. Domestic animals too can be protected from various diseases by mixing antibiotics with their food. Plant diseases can also be controlled with the help of antibiotics. Not only human beings but even animals and plant diseases can also be cured by them. A vaccine is produced in a laboratory with the help of microbes that gives immunity against a particular disease. If we have been vaccinated against any disease, our immunity, that is resistance to that disease, increases so that the possibility of contracting that disease is greatly reduced. Microbes are also used in process like tanning of skin, production of ropes and strings from agave. Some microbes use oil for their growth. Such microbes are used to clear a layer of oil floating on the surface of an ocean or lake formed due to a leak or a spill, that is to clear an oil slick. Farm waste, human urine and feces, wet garbage, etc. is collected and used in a biogas plant. So for making a biogas, in biogas plant, farm waste, then even human urine and the waste materials from the human body, even wet garbage are collected and biogas and fertilizer is being produced. Now, harmful microorganism. Just observe, in a plate there is a strawberry which has been kept for a longer period of time, and because of that there is a white scum, that is a fungus is been formed. Now when you eat such food, then you get ill. Whatever the microorganisms goes into your body and you get ill. Fungus grows very quickly on moist and stale food. That's why you have to be very careful when you eat the food. You should check it. Next is pathogens. Pathogens means organism causing diseases. Pathogens may be present in water bodies contaminated with sewage and dirt from the surroundings, in food left uncovered, in unhygienic condition with house flies sitting on it, etc. If such contaminated food or water is consumed, we may fall ill with diseases of the alimentary canal like amoebiasis, typhoid, cholera, hepatitis, gastro, etc. Pathogens are released in the air when a person having an infection of the respiratory tract sneeze or cough. A healthy person may get infected with such pathogens on breathing in the same air and contract diseases like common cold, cough, diphtheria, pneumonia, tuberculosis, etc. And nowadays, so we know because of corona, yes, we have to stay away from the people. Even in corona, we should not come in contact with the person who is having that disease. Mosquito reproduce in places like heaps of garbage, drain, stagnant water, etc. Microbes that cause diseases like malaria, dengue, elephantiasis, yellow fever, chikungunya, Zika fever, etc. gain entry into the human body through the bite of a female mosquito. Children, for your assignment, you will write the exercise from your science textbook, page number 80. The question answers are given in further video. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.